you're here, so if you don't recognize me, that'll be why. I was at the high school previously. Just want to say welcome, thank you. It is unbelievably fun, exciting to see actual faces and people here. This is the first thing we've really had. I mean, it is the first thing we've had. Not really, it is the first thing we've had. We've kind of had parents come share in all the work that these students have done. So I'm going to get out of the way. Thank you for having amazing kids. Thank you for everything you do for OHI, and we're excited to kick off kind of a fun spring with this concert. So I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Judd. Thank you.
Well, good evening. I'm Andrew Judd. If you haven't met me officially, you've seen me on screens probably a lot. I'm your student's band director. It's my privilege to work with these guys, and I'm so excited, like Mr. Shepard said, I'm so excited to actually see human beings. You guys get to be here live, and they get to play for you, and you'll get to hear an audience clap. It's never happened for them. This is their first time in 2 years. I'm extremely proud of all the students and all of their hard work in preparing this concert, and I believe you're going to really enjoy this music. I want to say a huge thank you to Mr. Shepard and Ms. Wood, who couldn't be here tonight, for their support. Give them a hand. I also want to say thank you to Ms. Hall and Mr. Bishop for helping set up everything. Thank you to Mr. Scienson up there who's recording us through the live stream. Give him a hand. And finally, I want to say thank you to all of you guys, and they're going to be the ones to thank your parents, right? Give their parents a hand. All right, to start this evening's concert, we're playing a song called A Shaker Hymn. Shaker Hymn is arranged by the composer John O'Reilly. It's a simplified version of the classic folk song, also known as Shaker Melody, Simple Gifts, or Shaker Song. The words of the hymn go like this: "'Tis the gift to be simple, 'tis the gift to be free, 'tis the gift to come down where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in the place just right, 'twill be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend we will not be ashamed. To turn, will be our delight, till by turning, we come round right." Hope you enjoy Shaker Hymn. All right. Now that that's out of the way, next Thursday we will be taking a field trip to Anacortes in order to perform for the middle school bands from North Whitney Middle School and Anacortes Middle School. The students will have the opportunity to hear those other bands perform and to perform for them, to have a clinic with the other band directors. And this is the first field trip that I've been able to take students on in 3 years, and I'm really excited for them. So yeah. Page turn. Sorry. The next piece we're playing is entitled Down to the River. It's arranged by Michael Sweeney, and the origin of the traditional American folk song Down to the River to Pray, or also known as Down in the River to Pray, is unclear, but it is thought to have been an African American spiritual song. As with many African American spiritual songs, it's likely this song contained coded messages related to escaping from slavery, such as walking in the river to avoid leaving a scent for tracking dogs. There is an element of sadness portrayed in the music, but also a glimmer of hope as the slaves longed to be free and reunited with family and friends. This song was made famous in the movie about 20 years old now, 15 years old, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And they sang it in that song, in that movie. So here is our version, Down to the River. I always feel bad doing our concerts with only 3 pieces, but I always feel like it's better to do a few pieces really well than it's to do a lot of pieces-ish. And I feel like we're doing a really good job. Give them another deal. 3 years ago at a band director's workshop. We sight read a bunch of music over the summers. We get together as band directors up in Birch Bay, and we sight read a whole bunch of music put out by the publishers. And I'm always looking for something that's new, that's exciting, something that the kids are going to really like. And of course, our mascot is the Panther, and I saw Panther Rising. I was like, well, I'm probably buying it anyway, whether it sounds good or not. And when I heard it, I was like, yes, our kids are going to like this. Our band had initially planned to play this back in 2020. We rehearsed it, we got it all ready, and of course, March of 2020 was when our concert was supposed to be, and nothing. So I was like, you know what, we're just going to retry it again. And these guys didn't obviously know what that was. 2020 was 3rd grade for them, or 4th grade? 4th grade, sorry. The grades kind of blend together. Anyway, now we're getting to finally perform this music. So I'm really excited to tell you about the program notes, because I didn't know, I listened to music, I played it, I thought, oh, this is great, it's got Panther in the title, and then I bought the music, and I was blown away by the fact that this song was basically commissioned for a school exactly like ours. So, here are the program notes. Panther Rising, arranged by Michael Sweeney, was written to celebrate the opening of a new school in Hamilton, Wisconsin. The new Silver Spring Intermediate School combines 5th and 6th grade students, formerly from 5 elementary schools, and features a new mascot, the Panther. Now, if you don't know, these guys 5 years ago would have been coming to the middle school here. This would have been called Oak Harbor Middle School. This wasn't an intermediate school 5 years ago. This was the middle school. And if they were in 5th grade, they would have been at one of the 5 elementary schools. So our school and this school that this song was written for basically started at the exact same time. Panther Rising was commissioned by the Hamilton School District 5th and 6th grade bands for Sussex, Wisconsin, sorry, that's a hard one. And their directors, David Neubauer and James Warnick. The piece was premiered actually in March 9th, 2019, so just 1 year before COVID hit. If it had been premiered March 9th, 2020, that would probably have been like right before COVID shut everything down. So, after this piece is over, this is our final piece. Please allow your student time to carefully put their instrument away. And also, if I can get help, most of the chairs that are metal go on to one of the 2 long chair racks, one over there and one over there. And then the wood chairs, the ones that have the wood on them, they actually hang upside down on that rack that has 2 levels to it. If I can get help putting the chairs away, the kids know how to get the music stands back to the band room, percussion, know how to get the percussion back to the band room. That'd be awesome. That way our custodial staff doesn't have to spend the rest of their evening cleaning up after us. But I just want to say thank you again for being here. It's been a delight to see an audience. I'm excited for these kids next week to get to go on a field trip. I really enjoy working with your kids. So, here's Panther Rising. Students, you gotta sit down, then take your picture. Before we go. It's a panel, so if you move, you're gonna be switched